Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Celtic Now and Forever podcast. Today we have John Clifford again with us. It's just to kind of review the last games against Reykjavik for the European tie coming up and preview the game as well. Obviously we would have played St Mirren and Aberdeen due to the situation with obviously Bolingoli. It's just Reykjavik's the next game. The last game against Reykjavik, it was the first game was 1-0 over there. The second game was 4-0 McGregor for the first goal in the first leg, and the away leg was Van Dijk double and Pukki double. That was also an easy tie there. John, do you think will be the same this time going back against Reykjavik?
Obviously I know nothing about them, same as most people, but
they've got their capacity just under 3,000. They won a league last year. Iceland league's not very good. Celtic really should be. Celtic should probably win with their youth system, let's be fair, but it probably should be an easy one. But again, Europe, you can't count their chickens.
Where are they in their season? Are they started? Are they in a break?
I think they're started, but I don't know exactly what's happening because I don't know if they're in lockdown.
It's the end of the day, it's just about getting through. Champions League money is imperative to Celtic, or European money, preferably Champions League money, but you just need to deal with these teams. It's a home, isn't it?
Aye. The second game as well was at home. If they win, they play either. Is it fair? How do you know how to say that? Fair.
I don't know.
Hungarian team and Swedish team, the Swedish champions. So, but again, the home advantage. Obviously, with no fans. Normally, we say Celtic Park. Even the Reykjavik game, you probably get 20-30,000. Still a good crowd to have. These wee teams could come and think they have a sniff because there's no fans. Do you think that the games without fans is massive in Celtic for Europe?
I think it will be, as hopefully they progress. Celtic always have two legs against these wee teams. Celtic normally find it tricky in the away leg and normally demolish them at home. But cup football is always getting through to the next round, and that's what I'll be hoping for. Because
again, that was for the last time they played Reykjavik. The first game, I can remember watching the game years ago. It was very sticky. It was the start of the season. Celtic never do well with the qualifiers at the start of the season. They're always dead slow to start. But I think this time, obviously, they've had two league games with a few friendlies. I think it should be a bit easier this time. They've got better players playing this time. And I think the Celtic squad now than it was then. Certain players, so I think it should be an easy win. You like to think so.
But you have to dip into the transfer market before these European games. They use these games to bed players in, and they make mistakes. But so get their business done.
Usually, Celtic, know yourself, they always do at the end of the window. The qualifiers are finished, and
you could bet a Europe. Who wants to come?
It's like the same last year with Cluj. You signed Julian and Bolingoli and didn't play them. That was madness. For me, it was crazy. Yeah. So you can't, like for talk's sake, you sign a left back tomorrow. He's got to play next week.
Get him up to speed.
Aye, he's got to play. It's the same with the goalkeeper. He's got to play the game. You've got to play.
Aye, definitely.
As a Celtic fan, me personally, I think it's got to be a massive. When it gets to the later rounds, I think it'll be massive. With no fans, I think that, especially if you play away from home, I think it will suit Celtic with no fans away. But at home, I think it will be to your detriment, shall we say. Would you, in your opinion, would you sacrifice Europe for 10 in a row?
Bread and butter's the league, innit? Every year, every team's, no matter what level you're at, it's the league's a bread and butter, and your cups are just a bonus. And especially this season, I think it's going to be so much pressure on them. With this happening, with the games getting cancelled, there's a chance Celtic could be a right few points behind in a couple of weeks, and that could be seriously not very good mentally for that if you're maybe 8, 9, 10 points behind.
Especially because Celtic, they're normally ahead. But again, see, I've seen a few guys on Twitter talking about it. The last 2 or 3 years, start of the season, Celtic always have been trapping points, but then as soon as after January, they're flying.
That's one of the reasons, because they don't sign players too late, and then they don't get a chance to bed in for another 6, 7, 8 games.
So
and these new players need a run of games. So every season we judge a player on his first game. He may fucking boring through his legs, he's a shiter. Guys need to play 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games in a row.
We'll talk about that. See, when Edward first came in, we all thought it was shite.
I thought it was a shiter, aye.
But when he got to run of games, I think we all know it was that goal at Ibrox that turned him.
Aye.
That was him.
We're very quick to judge a player.
It's the same.
I think we're right with ball and golly.
I think a lot. Even in pre-season, when I watched in pre-season, he was getting the ball away all the time. It was simple passes, and for me, I would sacrifice Europe to win. Obviously, because I've been brought up through a lot of success, so Europe it's a bonus money wise, but if you win 10 in a row, I don't even
that's
care.
That's better money, is it not?
Aye, to have that in the history books, to know that your rivals are. Listen, I think break Rangers. I don't know how they come. I don't know how they would come back for it, because they're throwing money at it now already. If they fail again, with no money can win, no trophies.
How can you keep signing players if you run that a loss every year?
Aye. But again, still not
don't want to go into that.
Don't want to go into that. Take that for another day. Or should we say take that to the SFA next week? Tom says.
Tom.
Aye, but for me, the fan situation, I think it's even in the league. I mean, you were talking as well that in the league you might see teams like Hamilton, St Mirren, Hibs getting, not really Hibs, but Hamilton and St Mirren, even Ross County, Livingston getting strange results, beating maybe Aberdeen 3-0.
Definitely.
Beating Celtic even 1-0 Rangers. I think it's going to be a strange season with this virus, with no fans. I think it's just a weird feel with the season already. Obviously, what's happened with Bolly, the season for Celtic's not started off very well. So I think again, if you win the 10, it'll be even more sweeter how it's happened. How, let's be honest, everybody's going to be on Celtic this year to lose it.
Everybody's got fine on it.
It's
want to stop.
In the media have already started hounding Celtic. Rangers players are coming out again. I'm here to stop with 10. I'm here to win 55. And the Wigan players, that guy for Wigan, he knows fuck all about Celtic Rangers. And then he's trying to say, I'm here to do this, I'm here to do that. Same as Celtic players when they sign, just come and play your game. Just come and play. If you're shite, you're shite. If you win, you win. That's just. But for me, I think the European game, I think you can probably see it's a friendly to get up to speed. But I think it should be a easy win for Celtic. Would you think, John?
Should be regarding the quality that Celtic's got in their ranks, but never underestimate one of these teams. Never underestimate the Scandinavian teams, especially. I love them. They're so well fit, organised, disciplined. The teams from Norway, Denmark, Sweden, whatever, Iceland. Their infrastructure, they've all got community parks, everything's run about the community and all that, and
it's not the same as well with Ajax in Holland. They've got a coach for every single
community, or every village has got to have an appointed coach, I think, for the Dutch FA and an AstroTurf park.
That's probably one reason why as well Scottish football is on its arse and all. That they have got all these coaches, but you need to pay for them. You need to take your wins, take sessions. I was a coach myself. Kids are paying £3 for an hour. Aye, it's cheap, but you might send your kids 3 or 4 times a week to that, and they're not getting any benefit getting coached that age. So I think grassroots
just let them go and play and enjoy.
It's the same as like you were talking in the last podcast about academies. In Barcelona, it's not about the result, it's about how you play football. And here, if you don't win, you're fucked.
I know in Barcelona it's about how they play and all that, but you've got to win, That's what's missing out of football in the academies. There's no scores and all that. Is that right? There's no score. Nobody wins the
certain
league.
levels, I think it's sort of to do with.
What a load of shite.
It's just taking part.
You've got to have a winning mentality, a fucking winner's attitude.
But I think as well that's maybe why Celtic's youth system is brilliant, because they're brought up, they've got the reserves, you need to win this to go up to the first team and stuff like that. Because Celtic's youth system is renowned for always producing. You've always got one player
especially
coming through.
Teams like Bayern Munich come and cherry picking your
team.
best young talent. That only sends you good messages, I think, for the future for the academies. Well, their academies, should I say.
That's us done for this week, John. Thanks a lot, and we'll be back again next week for another weekly podcast. Thanks a lot, John. Cheers.
No worries.